Peace, love, and divine light. It is Cashapp. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. And it's been a few ticks, and I told y'all I had to go get ready. Content creation is no joke. Had to get lights and microphones, because look, if you're gonna show up, you're gonna show up and do it right. Just saying. All right, now let's get into it really quick. I'm Cashapp, Dr. Cashapp, and I am your spiritual Sherpa, your soul Sherpa, helping you go through the steps of awakening and raising your vibration so you can reach your self-mastery. Now, the last time we talked, I was going through the different stages of things that we're going to be going through during this year alone. And there were some things, some aha moments that I've had that had me really trying to understand what the heck is going on and why no one has really kind of been talking about these kinds of things. But I got some answers, and a lot of it, I think you're just going to have to be ready to do the work for. So for instance, everyone has kind of been preparing and talking about the eclipse that's coming up on April 8th. This great eclipse is going to be pivotal, according to the downloads that I received about 7 days ago. The eclipse is not going to be just your everyday eclipse. It's actually going to be something that is going to propel humanity into their next status, their next state of being. On a conscious level, many of us will be moving into our Christ conscious awareness level. And there are things you can do to prepare for that. And then a lot of it is really going to be based on what, as far as getting ready for it, not to do for it while you're in the consciousness, but getting ready to absorb that energy and absorb that DNA upgrade, because that's what it's really going to be about. It doesn't mean you've got to go stand out in it. You've just got to prepare your body to receive it. That's the most enormous part of it, is being ready, right? As I say, stay ready, and so you don't have to get ready. Well, with some of the things that we've had to go through in the past 3 years, it's a little difficult for us to actually have stayed ready. And some of us have, but it's not too late. So the next 30 days, I want you to stay tuned, because we're going to go through the different ways that you can raise your frequency and your vibration, or raise your vibration to reach the frequency that is getting ready to come in and allow us to enter into a new zone for. So these new Christ conscious frequencies that are getting ready to hit us is going to really allow us to activate the gifts that we already innately have. Each one of us have a 1, 2, 3, sometimes even more than that, spiritual gifts. I believe we more are an alignment of maybe 2 and 3. And some have many, many more different kinds of abilities and gifts that will be coming online. But what will be important is that if they are already activated, is you learn how to master them and understand the new level that they're on. So there will be some requirement for you to pay attention to yourself. But that is in April, right? After April, there's going to be, I think, the way I understand it, many levels of awarenesses and awakenings that we would never been able to see, and it has never been done before. If you all remember back in January, they said, now is the most magnificent time to be alive. And I've heard people say that time and time again, and I've never really understood it or felt that. But to hear it in the spirit and hearing them say this, that we are given an opportunity that they've never given humanity before, that really changed my perspective and my understanding of what that really means. And it seems like we're going to have to wait for it. It's not something they're going to be able to foretell us, but we will have to work to be in position to receive it. Okay? The golden age is only going to be for those who have been doing the work, if that makes sense to you. Now, let's talk about the next 30 days, because that part is where it's really going to get a little grimy. Of course, I don't mean street grimy. I'm talking about you're going to have to get in the dirt. You're going to have to get in the mud and deal with your own you're going to have to be prepared to have some sleepless nights, to maybe change some directives and some perspectives. But that's all going to be on the individual. No one can change that but you. But what I will say is this. In doing the work, I have found through the years that I am more succinct with myself. I have found my purpose. I have discovered what I am, who I am, and how I'm going to show up in the world, and how I want to show up in the world. Consistently and inconsistently as that may be. But I have felt more lifted and more empowered and more alive than before, where I felt a little more deadened. I felt very inconsistent with a truth that was within me. Now, raising your vibration is a word that people kind of toss around these days. But we are electromagnetic beings. That's a fact. And because we are electromagnetic beings, this means that is going to give off a vibration. But it is up to us to know and do the work that's required to get that vibration to move in a certain ebb and flow and not kind of scattered, chaotic, or in a dense kind of way, or giving off dense, lower vibrational energy. Now, when I left, I said I was going to be starting up some things, and I did. I went into the lab, I created some audios, I created some meditations, I created an academy for it with workbooks. It's crazy because I already had everything. I just had them all over the place. In the work that I currently do as a spiritual teacher and intuitive life coach and healer, I had these things already set up, but I just didn't know how to deliver them. So now they'll all be in one place, and there will be individual a la carte options, but also membership options if you want to member up and take the journey. But as for now, the only one thing that is prepared for you all is going to be the Vibrate Higher or Vibe Higher guide. Now this guide is available for you already, and the link will be below for those who are ready to kind of jump in and get ahead of some things. It's not going to be, it's going to be enough to get you started. But the course is I can't get my words out. The course is kind of going to be more in depth and actually kind of like initiate energies into their next level. So as a Reiki practitioner and as a Reiki healer, I have certain energy initiations that I'm ready to pass on and do the work to help elevate you. But we will also be going through getting some tools and things, but we'll get to that. I know I keep going forward, but I want you to see that there is an end game to this, right? But overall, I need you to be ready first by getting your guide or your checklist. The checklist is going to be free. You can grab it below as well. If you just want to jump past the checklist and get the guide, that will also be below. However, if you don't want to do any of that, that's perfectly fine. As I post the different videos, each one of them will be working on giving you a tool that you can take away to raise your vibration. Not just a theory, things that I have done, things that I do to raise my vibration when things are a little thick. Because trust me, it's a journey. It doesn't matter how far you've gotten or how short on the journey you are. Like if you just started, it's tough, it's challenging. The thing is to have the tools to keep you on target and using them whenever you need. That is the key. That's the whole gist of what's getting ready to go down. And this is again all for us to get prepared to have our vibrations right for when the frequency happens on the eclipse of April the 8th. After that point, there will be other things that we will still need to do, but this part is just getting ourselves acclimated so that we are ready for those DNA upgrades as I mentioned previously. All right, so the links will be below for the free checklist and for the workbook, and be sure to like and subscribe, but also remember to sign up for the notifications so that you do not miss the video when I drop it in the next couple of days. All right, so I send lots and lots of love and light to you. I can't get my words straight today, I think because I'm sleepy, but lots of love and lots of light to you all. I thank you for tuning in once again, and as always, love to you, Caprell.